What's up, Lazy Dog fam? Hope everybody out there is having a spectacular day. We've got purple hull peas here.
Ah, they're ready.
They are ready. It seems like it hasn't been long since we planted. Stella's wallering in the grass. Seems like it hasn't been long since we planted these. We planted these right after I had my back injury, and it's been about right at 8 weeks.
Yeah. So
you're looking at 55 days, which is pretty fast for these guys here. I'm not sure what the listed maturity date is, but I was thinking closer to 70 days or so. But we've got mature peas in, let's just say 50 to 60 days.
Quick time.
A lot of people have been asking, what's the difference between these and a pink eye pea?
I have no idea.
They look the same on the outside. So there's lots of different kind of purple hull peas out there. But the pink eyes are smaller, they're more bright green, and they have the little eye on them. These are what they call crowder peas, so these are a darker pea. Now they're going to look light when we shell them, but when we cook them, they should turn a dark brown. So we're going to go through here and we're going to get all the ones that are purple or just starting to kind of turn purple a little bit.
So these do not all mature at the same date. So we cannot just go through and pick it clean like I would rather do.
Right.
It's just easier, you know, when you can pick anything completely clean. You can pull up the whole bush and then pick from that.
Those top pick pink eyes we grew, they all kind of came off at the same time. We picked all those within a week or so. We
have some on here that probably need another week, if not 2. So, and then we got some that are super ready.
The good thing about that is we won't have to shell a bunch of them at one time, and we can probably keep up with the shelling a little better on these guys than those top picks. We just had way too many. We would never get them all shelled. So we're going to get these peas picked today. Later I want to show you what's going on with our chicken tractor chicken pen. It's almost getting finished, and who knows what else we'll get into in the garden today.
So baby, meet me down by the Roanoke River where the cool dark water meets the full moonlight. If we can sneak away, maybe we could be together. Candle lights, time to love tonight.
So here's what we got from the first pick in there.
That's almost a pretty good amount. One
of these baskets full. Now I wasn't super picky about making sure I got every one. Some of them are kind of hard to see, so unlike the top pick, which we grew earlier this year, where all the pods kind of sit on top of the plant, these are all in there, and it's pretty thick in there, as you might have noticed, and some of them you really can't see unless you get way down there and look for them. And we've got a bunch of peas in the freezer. I just wanted some crowder peas because we didn't have any of those, so we'll have plenty to put up in the freezer. If I miss a few out there, it's no big deal.
Good riddance. See you later.
Now about this variety, can we shell one here?
Yeah, I do. Some of these were a little old though. Look, we missed.
Some of them been there a minute. Yeah, we can save those for seeds.
I just throw it on the ground. Didn't know that was a possibility.
There'll be seeds coming up somewhere.
We'll have some crowder peas here in the grass.
Let me see if I can get close enough here. Show you guys what those look like.
So they look white now, but when you boil them, I know the way I say it. I say boil.
When you boil down here.
I saw this funny TikTok video, and it was like the 16 ways that we say boil. Hey, it's boiling. It's boiling. I don't know how else to say it anyway. When you boil them, they turn this grayish color.
Yep. And these, as opposed to pink eyes, these crowder peas, people won't always ask me what do they taste like. These are going to taste more like a boiled peanut than
like a black eyed pea. That's what they remind me of. They're more meaty.
Yeah, more meaty. Like those butter peas we grew, they kind of taste just like boiled peanuts. So if you like boiled peanuts, which we do down here, then you would like these things. So on this knuckle hole variety here, of course I said they don't all produce at the same time like the top pick. They don't all produce on top of the plant, so they're easy to pick. So I don't think I like it as much as the top pick, but that's kind of comparing apples and oranges. That's a pink eye versus a crowder pea. Now, considering growing through the heat of the summer where it's just been nasty, these things did awesome. Very, very, you know, hot weather tolerant.
Consider we didn't do much to them. I feel like I planned it. I wheel hoed twice.
Yep.
And then they filled in so nice, so it suppressed all the weeds in the middle. There were a few, what are those bad weeds called? Pigweed.
Yeah.
A few pigweeds, and I just picked those by hand. And
we've had enough rain. I sprayed it with 7 twice, liquid 7 twice.
How long ago though? When was the last time you sprayed it?
I did it. I did it about 4 weeks in, and then when I noticed they were vining a little bit and about to throw on or put on flowers, I sprayed them again.
And why did you spray them?
Because they'll get stung.
Okay.
You don't see any of these that are stung.
And if you haven't seen our previous videos when we talk about being stung, that means there are insect bites on your peas, aka blemishes.
Yeah, the little pea curculio will drill his little mouth part into there and make a little spot.
You've been waiting to say that word.
What?
I don't know, whatever you just said. You've been like, I've been holding this one back.
Curculio?
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
Okay,
pea weevil or
it.
pea curculio. I think it's C-U-R-C-U-L-I-O. You think I made that up?
I don't know. I don't think you made it up. I think you've been like holding it in your bank of words, and you're like, I've been waiting for a day to say this.
Yeah.
And today was the day. I could never spell that, so props to you. I have a hard time spelling restaurant. Thank God law school had spell check.
So I don't think I like these quite as much as the top picks if you were just talking field peas in general. However, I think this variety would be a great option for a cover crop that you wanted to also harvest some peas off of.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. It was a very low maintenance crop.
Yeah.
You sprayed it those 2 times. You wouldn't have to do that if you were just using it as a cover crop and wasn't really going to harvest the peas.
Right. If you didn't want to harvest the peas, as soon as it starts flowering, you go in there and mow it down or whatever. But you could let a few pods produce, harvest some peas off of it. I think this one would make a better dual purpose because the blooming period is longer, the peas are out there longer. Those top picks, after we picked them, they look pretty trashy.
Yeah.
So this knucklehull, crowder pea, is gonna make a better cover crop, especially one that you can grow through the heat of summer, keep your ground covered, and then towards the end there, you can actually get some food off of it, dual purpose. And I think these seeds are cheaper than some of the specialized field peas like the top picks. So,
and these aren't gonna be too hard to shell.
No,
I can already tell.
Easy to shell.
Seems like a good night to binge watch something on Netflix and
shell some peas.
I feel like that's what you already made our plans.
Well, I told Brooklyn earlier. She said, we got a good amount. I said, yeah, it ought not take you long to shell these.
Oh, like that was not what I wanted to hear.
I put in all my pea shelling credits earlier this year.
Oh my gosh, and, give me a break.
Brooklyn is missing a few pea shelling badges in the garden book this year, so we're going to let her shell a few.
I'm going to give you some time to take that back. I'm over here looking like Indiana Jones. This handkerchief, I always thought it was ridiculous, people wearing them around their neck. I then realized why you wear them around your neck, because you're hot.
Why do you wear it?
I'm hot and sweaty, and do you know how convenient it was to be like,
yeah, I guess if you're a girl, you can't really do that.
Yeah, I'm not picking my shirt up.
Honking the horn
well,
and stuff.
all right. I have another question real quick.
Sure.
Off of sweating. So say we pick this clean, do we have to turn this plot over right then? Can we leave these peas here to suppress some weeds until they die, or are you gonna be trying to clean that up ASAP?
If they keep looking green and healthy like they are, this was actually, my plan was to let this be the first voyage for our chickens.
Oh, you're gonna let them clean it up.
So as long as it just doesn't start looking like trash and the weeds start popping up through there, yeah, the chicken tractor, which I'll show you guys in a minute, hopefully be finished within the next week or so.
Okay.
And I was going to put those guys on here, and they can eat the peas we missed or whatever, and they should like the leaves and everything. So that was my plan.
So if we didn't have the chickens though, I'm just trying to figure out what makes you decide to pull it all up versus leaving it there as your cover crop until you're ready to plant something.
Oh, okay. So that's like a whole video series, but it has a lot to do with how healthy the plants look.
Oh, okay.
So one, are they still producing anything?
Okay.
Okay. If they're not, that lends itself towards just getting them out of there, planting something getting something else go ahead and going so it will produce.
Right.
The other thing is disease and pest pressure. If something like squash or tomatoes or whatever is just absolutely ridden with disease,
I know you pull those out.
we get them out of there. These look pretty healthy.
Yeah.
There's not a ton of pest pressure on them, so I'm gonna leave them there. Hopefully we can let the chicken enjoy them. So.
Okay, sounds good.
Speaking of chickens,
Let's go check out that chicken
let's
tractor.
go look at the chicken tractor.
Okay.
How fast are the chickens growing?
So big. Look how big Bluey is. He's
at
the only
Bluey.
one who really likes me to hold him. The other one's Peck. Now that the boys feed them worms, they're peckers, so I'm not crazy about them.
They're what?
Pecker. They like, oh.
Anyway.
Take that out. Take that out.
So here's our here's the other 5 of them.
I gave them a little piece. They usually like the stuff I send them.
Those Isa Brown ones, they look like they're going to be the biggest. That and
so big.
and the Barred Rock over there, he's growing pretty fast.
Yeah.
Well, we outgrew the kind of storage container, so I went to Tractor Supply and got this guy.
They're outgrowing this too. Look at their little noggins.
Rubbermaid thing here, and just got chicken wire on it. Hopefully, they won't be in this much longer.
No, they're ready to get out. The boys bring them treats every day and leaves of some sort of another, and they get really excited to watch them eat it.
Okay, chicken tractor here. I've been taking my time with this, probably a little too much time, but I'm starting to see the finish line with this guy. This is, I won't say it's a Taj Mahal and it's not perfect, but with a broke back and using nothing but a skill saw, I think I did all right. So the frame is completely finished. We've started putting a little chicken wire on it. Before we started putting chicken wire on it, let me grab this. So this was Brooklyn's decision. I think it was a good one the more I researched this stuff. We use this stuff here called spar urethane and put 2 coats on all the wood everywhere, and even the pieces of plywood that are going on the sides. So on this half of it, on both sides, it's going to be plywood. So solid plywood right here, a little pull down door here to reach the eggs. Did put some roosting bars in here. I don't know if there's enough roosting room or not. We'll just have to see. That's one kind of flaw with my design. But I did get some roosting bars higher than the nesting area. This half of it is going to be chicken wire, or we use hardware cloth. I just like hardware cloth better. It's easier to get tighter. It doesn't stretch. We've got a ramp in here that they can climb that and come up here where that metal pan will be.
I really like your ramp, so I want to get a good shot of it.
Yeah, I'm proud of the ramp. The ramp looks good. We got a nice little ramp there. So this will be covered with chicken wire too. And on around to this side, now I've got clamps on it right now because the wood was warping a little bit on me, so I'm trying to kind of get it back into shape. But this is our door right here. So this will be covered with chicken wire, and it will open this way, so it'll be hinged right here and have a latch right here. And I cut it out, so even though it's on an angle, it should hinge and open just fine. And I wanted the door right here because I want to put the food in here underneath where the plywood is, so if it does rain a little bit, hopefully all the food doesn't get ruined and spoiled. So I want to be able to open this little door right here, access the food right inside here. This will all be plywood on this side. So a little bit more chicken wire to go, and then we got to put the plywood up. This stuff here, it's not the best looking pieces of plywood I've ever had, but it's all I could find locally. This stuff is really soaking up that spar urethane. It's taking quite a bit of it, but it's good that it's soaking it up. It'll be nice and protected. That stuff is supposed to resist water, keep it from warping, all that good stuff. I had some viewers that recommended getting this composite stuff. I can't remember what it was called, and I looked for that, but no one had it locally, so I had to go with plywood. So it is what it is. But the whole thing is pretty light. Pretty easy for me and Brooklyn to pick it up. Obviously the plywood is going to add a little weight, but using the 2x2s, there are a ton of deck screws in there, a ton of staples in there, and it feels pretty sturdy. So I'm happy with the general overall design of it so far. We'll see how it works once we get some chickens in it. So the summer field peas went well. The chicken tractor's coming along nicely. Now let me show you where I made a boo-boo. So we've got this muscadine vine here. It's probably about 100 foot long, Brooklyn's granddad planted this, I don't know when, long time ago. And it looks like it doesn't get taken care of and never gets trimmed, but I swear I trim it every year. This is all new growth right here. These things just grow like crazy down here. We don't do anything to them. We don't water them, we don't fertilize them. We just cut them back every year. And I was thinking the other day, I was like, it's August, we ought to have some muscadines on there. Then I got to looking and I didn't see any muscadines on there. Now there's about 4 or 5 different varieties along this stretch here. Some big purple ones, some medium-sized purple ones, some big bronze ones, and some little tiny bronze ones. I don't know what the names of the varieties are, but there's several different kinds here. And like I said, I trimmed this thing back really aggressively every year. But I think this past year, I got a little too aggressive with it, and I forgot about the fact these things only produce the muscadines on 2nd year growth. And I cut off everything because it just got completely out of hand. And I just went through there in a tirade, just trimming them up really, really aggressively. I didn't leave any of that 1st year growth, and so we don't have any muscadines this year. But lesson learned. I will say, we do have a couple. I found 2. There's one there. It doesn't look that great, but tastes pretty good. And I love these things. I get out here this time of year, I make myself sick off of them. Just eat them, pick a bucket full of them, take them inside, eat them. But kind of a sad deal. We usually have way more than we can eat. We end up giving a bunch away, but this year we don't have any. I'll be sure to leave some of that 1st year growth next year so we can have muscadines in 2022. And then the last thing before we go, talk about this popcorn here, which I'll show you in just a second. We just tried popping some. So from the comments on our last video where we harvested the popcorn, it seemed like the general consensus was that how you tell when it's ready is you pop some one day, see how it does, wait a couple days, pop some more until you get it just right. Yeah. There was somebody mentioned the exact moisture percentage you're looking for. I don't remember what it was.
I would not have had a test for it.
18% or so. Yeah, I don't know how you test for it either, except just to try popping some. Now I told y'all about the popcorn popper we got. Brooklyn's got it right here. What brand is that? It's called Dash.
Yeah, so I bought this for us to go camping with. Take it camping, so it's easy to have popcorn because we don't have a microwave. It was probably like $16, $17, and it has a little cup that goes on top that melts the butter, but I didn't bring that out.
We'll put an Amazon link below to this thing. This is the ticket for popping popcorn if you're camping or if you're just at home or whatever.
You just throw your kernels in there and then turn it on.
Boom.
And it pops out into like that.
So this is what this looks like here.
It reminds me of pop cereal.
Yeah, it kind of looks like corn pop cereal.
Yeah, it almost tastes like it.
Yeah, so.
It's like real crunchy. It's not soft. I mean, granted, we don't have any butter on it. It tastes good.
Yeah, it's got good flavor. It don't taste like popcorn though.
No, I don't know what it tastes like.
I just hope we didn't let it get too dry.
Oh, Lord.
If we let it get too dry, which may be all we have here. Well, we might have some chicken feed. So, if anybody knows.
I mean, I don't hate it.
Does that mean it's close or does that mean we've stepped over the line? Who knows?
Do we have hope or no hope? Tell us below.
We just need to pour some milk in there, maybe a little spoonful of sugar.
Sugar. I mean, I'm just thinking like put some butter and sugar on these things and call that cereal.
Yeah, it's better than corn pop cereal. Anyway, help us out on the popcorn here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe, ring the bell, like, and then share. And we'll see you next time right here at Lazy Dog Farm.
Bye.
Oh, farewell. By the beauty of your life,